Welcome back to another video, everyone. This time it's the top 5 best brawlers in Solo Showdown, Cavern Churn. Coming in at number 5, we have Rico. Now, the inside of this map is entirely bushes, like the middle, but all the outside is walls. As you can see here, there are a lot of walls, a lot of little hallways, and Rico is perfect for this type of map. You can see his attacks bouncing off all the walls. You can see I can check the inside bush, the big bush, just with the bouncing attacks. You see I can try to attack this Chester with some bouncing attacks. So the key here is to not let anyone get near you and just continually spamming your attack button to find out where they are and charge your super. Now you see this Shelly is here. And I know that if the Shelly tries to come at me on the left or the right, I can stay far enough away and bounce the attacks off the wall to hurt her and keep her at bay or kill her, depending how close she gets to me. Now, for Rico, his gadget that heals every time his following attack bounces is an amazing star power. It heals 200 per bounce, and if you do it directly up in a hallway, like directly up right now, would bounce until they don't bounce anymore, so I could essentially heal to full health. And you have 3 of these gadgets, so make sure to use them wisely. And if you see an Edgar jump on you, or a Buzz, or someone else, just try to, as soon as you can, use the gadget and aim at a wall or a corner or a hallway or somewhere where they will bounce. And his star powers, you can use either. I use the star power that increases his movement speed at low health because it's the only one I have. But it has definitely saved my life a few times, but the one where your attacks deal more damage and they bounce further would probably make more sense for this map. But again, either one is fine, and I use my super here to end it all. Alright, coming in at number 4, we have Buzz. Buzz is a tank, but he doesn't have that high of health. He has pretty good damage, but he doesn't have the burst explosion of a shotgun, but he can still super onto you to stun you and burst you down before the stun is over. Now, for gadgets, I'm using a gadget that allows me to see in my supercharging area, which is really handy because walking around, I can almost see the entire middle bush area. I go for the stun on the Shelly there, but miss, and now I'm scared because I know the Shelly's super will one-shot or nearly one-shot me. So I'm just trying to poke the Griff, hope he'll go towards Shelly. Shelly will kill him. But the star power that I'm using, I believe, is called Eyes Sharp, and it increases the radius of your supercharging area. You can see I sped it up a bit because I'm just kind of hiding from the Shelly behind this wall. I could have gone for the stun on the Shelly, but she could super me if she got it. It's a little risky. Now the Shelly's far enough away, and I know I can kill the Dynamite with the stun before he has time to react. So I get the easy kill there, get some power cubes. I still have 1 gadget left to try and see in the bushes to see if the Shelly's there. I'm trying to just attack, assuming she's there, but she's not. I still have 1 gadget left. I go for the quick stun on Edgar, but I don't want to get close enough for the Shelly for her to super me, so I actually let her get the power cube from that dead Edgar. And now I'm really hoping that these 2 Shellys will fight each other, because Shelly definitely counters me and I can get the stun on her and maybe kill her. But if she does super me while I'm right next to her, I'm done for. There's 3 left. They're in the top left. I go for the kill on the Griff, but the Shelly's right there. She supers me, autos a few times, supers again. I'm dead. Now, number 3, we have Bull. You can see I only have Bull at power 10, so he's not even max power 11. Same with the previous Brawlers as well. But you can see his health is still quite high, over 7,500. And he can easily 2 or 3 shot the power cubes, depending the trophy level you're playing at. So the power cube health plus your power levels, how much damage you deal. Anyway, you should essentially be able to 2-shot boxes, and if anyone gets directly next to you, you deal massive amounts of damage. And it's perfect in a huge bushy map like this. Now, there are a few things that can mess you up as Bull. If a Shelly, obviously, is your counter, she supers you, you're dead. You can kill her before she gets super, but I would say in general, a Shelly will counter Bull. And Bull's gadget and star power. Now his gadget, I used to use the other gadget that healed you for 1500 health because it helped in trading against Shelly or Primo or whoever. But recently I switched to this gadget because this gadget, you can see I two-shot that buzz. This gadget works really well with his super, and it only works with his super. And his super is that long dash, and then you can use the gadget to stop the dash short and slow people nearby. So you can essentially, and it destroys walls, so you can dash directly at someone, they won't have time to react, you'll be right next to them. Use your gadget to cancel it so you're right next to them. They're now slow, and they have a high tank, high damage character right next to them. You can see I two-shot the Barley there. Still saving my super and my gadgets. Everyone else is teaming. This is a stupid teaming mode, but I do love the mode still. There's 3 of us left. I'm on fire, which means they know where I am in the bush. And it's a little worrisome, but they luckily miss. I heal a bit, and now I'm hiding. But there are a few things that you have to be careful. There are a lot of vision providing things in the game. There's the vision gear, obviously. Gene's a huge fan of it, but if you take damage, you're visible for a couple seconds. There's Grom's gadget, Tara's gadget, Janet's gadget. A bunch of different gadgets that can provide vision in the big bush, which can screw you over a bit, but you should still be fine. Coming in at number 2, I have El Primo. And El Primo, again, super high health, high damage. I went a bit too greedy there for those 2 boxes. So that was a bit unfortunate, but luckily I stayed alive and got to heal. The thing about El Primo that makes him so good, well, first of all, he has good damage, good health. But his damage does take a while because his attack, as opposed to being one shot from a gun or something like that, is actually multiple fists, and they do a bunch of damage, as you can see here. But the real reason he is so good is because his gadget is so good because it flips whoever is next to him over his shoulder. And the reason that this is so good is because if, let's say, a Shelly comes up to you, and if you're spamming your gadget button, pressing it over and over, you will flip that Shelly, and you could flip her into the gas or over a wall into the gas or whatever, and then she won't be able to super you. She might be next to someone else that forces her to fight, or just taking 1,000 damage a second in the gas. So it can throw his counters away, but you can also auto attack someone so that they're down a bit of health, then super them, which will deal damage, but it also, with my star power, does some incendiary damage. They burn for a while. And so you auto attack, super, so they've taken damage, and then they've taken more damage and are on fire, and then you can fling them, and if they're still not dead or not going to die to the fire, you auto attack them once more, and you can pre-fire your auto attack while they're in the air so that the moment they land, they're already taking damage. And it's a very strong combo. And I sped it up again because we're just kind of hiding from each other. I don't want to fight the Edgar, he has so many power-ups, and I don't want to fight the Fang because then the Edgar will come clean us up. And there's a Shelly hiding in the corner as well. She supers me, but she wasn't close enough to do very much damage. The Fang kills the Shelly, the Edgar kills the Fang. I'm just hiding, healing, and I see that he has 10 power-ups and I have 4, but I do have more health. I have my super. You see there, auto attack, super, and fling. And if I hadn't let him get an auto on me, he would have died from the burning damage, but he actually healed from the auto attacks. Now, I've been talking about her the whole video. If you could guess, the number 1 brawler on this map is Shelly. Simply because most of the players on this map are tanks. There are a few Ricos or Edgars, Leon, whatever, a few different things, but in general it's tanks, and Shelly is the tank counter. Her super does ridiculous damage if you are right next to her. So it's perfect for tanks because tanks are usually right next to you. She also has a star power that's very good. You can see it below my ammo. It's a little bar that fills up when it's full. She heals. It's called Band-Aid. She heals around 2100 health if she falls below 40% health, I believe. And this really helps her trade because if she is trading with a Bull or a Primo or a Buzz and she does get low, she'll instantly be healed, which is very good. especially against a bull who would be looking to 3-shot her, but as soon as she took the first 2, if she lived, she would get the health, so it's very good. Now, I use a gadget, the sharp shooter gadget. I don't remember what it's called. I think clay pigeons or something. And the reason for this is not so much to snipe, although at the beginning of the round when you're not in the big bush, it can be helpful to fight whatever, a Brock or Piper or something. But the real reason is because, I'm just going to pause this for a moment. I just really want to say thank you to everyone that's helped me and supported me. It means a lot. Subscribers are growing every day. It means so much. Thank you. Love you guys. Back to the video. And the reason I use it is because I can use it and be next to someone, but not that close to them, like a couple tiles away, and it'll hit them for full damage as if I was right next to them. So it's really quite good. If I were to do some honorable mentions for my list, I would probably choose some other tanks. I know Rosa would be great because she heals in bushes and has a gadget that will deal damage and slow people in bushes, so there is a bit of nice synergy there, but she does kind of lose to almost everyone in the top 5 list, so that does make sense. And you know what, guys? I'd really appreciate if you could comment, like, and subscribe. I hit top 350 in Canada with Shelly. I got the new skin. I'm almost 40k trophies, getting more subscribers. We're growing. Keep it going. Love you guys. Take care.